Sort of that teddy bear of the person.
Everyone's out now. It's a party. Alright. Am I talking again? I'm telling the story again?
Telling the story.
Oh shit. Wow, that's a lot of people. More people. Are we going?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, so I just threw my backpack over my head and just started running for cover. She unlocked her car and we just ducked in there. And her hair was just like stuck to her face and neck and shoulder. It was just fucking soaking. It was fucking gorgeous. We just sat in her car and talked. Just talked about crazy shit, dreams and goals. For whatever fucking reason, I told her then that I was gonna kiss her sometime. Maybe tomorrow, maybe a week from now, maybe 3 years from that moment. But I told her that I was definitely gonna kiss her. And I realized then that I was just fucking hopelessly infatuated with this girl. Yeah.
Wait for them to. Okay, I'm rolling again.
While waiting to catch the tea at Hines, this girl I used to know spots me from down the platform, walks up and starts a conversation that honestly sounds more like a word problem. It's full of dates and times and the fact that, well, I kinda haven't talked to her in 3 weeks. When she stops and it's my turn to speak, I can't think of anything to say except I'm sorry. To which she said, well, I guess I was just an inconvenience for you. Then she caught the B train before I had a chance to say anything. But I wanted to call out after, say something like, you know, I never said I was any good at fractions, but I know you deserve someone who can give you more than half himself, and that person just isn't me. You see, I spend too much of my time chasing house parties, Cinderellas around Central Square, and blowing all the money I don't have on girls I'm not particularly sure I even want. You said you thought you were an inconvenience, but that just isn't true. The only two things that have ever really been an inconvenience to me are my commitment issues and the green line. You and I, we were just the doodles of some absent-minded god who was bored in geometry class. I was stuck somewhere by C-squared, and you were always way the fuck back by fractals, tessellations, and all the other beautiful things that I will never fully understand. But you'll find the man who does. Who will know the natural rhythms to all your logs and spend nights making sure you remember that congruent angles form out of axes that are perpendicular to each other. But the girl who has my heart, she is somewheres out in Medford, getting hit on by much more attractive and potentially successful guys from Tufts who know enough math to plot the bends of her curves and graph every coordinate in ways I never will. I always found some things so beautiful in asymptotes. The way they can come so close to hitting zero but still can't. So they break themselves down to the smallest of decimal points, trying so desperately she is mathematically unattainable, but that doesn't mean that I can just quit when I told you. I was sorry. I meant it. I was never going to be the textbook example of whatever it was you wanted me to be, so instead, I wish you would have used me like a high school math book. Don't worry, I have hardcovers for a reason. Look up all the solutions to your even-numbered problems in the back, then make up some work to show that you at least tried the odd-numbered ones. Pencil in your answers. Teacher will not let you write with the pen because you cannot treat me like I'm something you own, something permanent. There is a whole list full of people's first names who have checked me out before you, and there are still plenty of dotted lines left after, so chances are you'll not be the last to handle me. Be careful with my spine. It is torn and loose and wrinkled. It has gotten that way from being opened once too often, carried in the bottoms of backpacks, and forgotten about in lockers. But don't bother buying a book sleeve for me. I will not be yours long enough for it to even matter, and besides, it won't stop me from bending in my corner, spilling some sort of hot beverage over my pages. Everyone leaves their unique wear and tear. That's why we say people have shaped us. Feel free to fall asleep on top of me. Dream through all your boring lectures. Just be sure your friends take good notes so you can get your work done with the classes, so that you don't have to lug me home. I will only be extra weight for you to carry on your shoulders. They're already not enough as it is. At the end of that semester, when you have to turn in, I don't expect you to miss me. In fact, I don't expect much of anything at all. Because I know you're bound to get a newer book. A better one. Whenever you sign up for classes again next fall.